Taft, a teenager, is being called a hero after saving the life of a toddler at Disneyland. 23 ABC's Chris Ornelas introduces us to Sarah Jewell.
18-year-old Sarah Jewell did CPR on a 1-year-old girl at Disneyland 2 weeks ago and saved her life.
We look over and this lady is like holding this child in her arms, screaming that she needs help and that she needs first aid.
Sarah was at Disneyland with the Taft High School choir and was waiting in line for the Dumbo ride when she heard the screams. She hopped a fence to get to the woman and her child.
Luckily for me, there was like an umbrella where I had to jump so I could like pull myself kind of over because I wouldn't have made it over by myself.
Sarah says the little girl was in bad shape when she first got to her.
Her lips were blue, her eyes rolled in the back of her head. She was convulsing.
Sarah says that's when her lifeguard training kicked in.
I ran up to her and I was like, I'm a lifeguard, I know CPR, can I help you? And she just kind of looked at me and I was like, okay, well, I'm taking that as consent because you're not going to answer me. And so I was like, I need you to put the child on the ground. And so she laid her on the ground and I just started giving her CPR.
People here in Taft who know Sarah say they're not surprised at all by what she did.
She is a very serious and dependable employee and girl, so it was no surprise to me at all.
After a few rounds of CPR, the little girl regained consciousness.
Her mother turned her over and the girl just threw up and started coughing, and coughing is breathing.
Sarah says a Disneyland worker gave her free passes after it was all over.
He actually chased all 4 of us down and ended up giving me 3 readmit passes, which are basically their fast passes, and I could have used them for that day to get in the front of any ride I wanted.
But even though she saved a life, Sarah says she is uncomfortable with being called a hero.
Hearing people tell me that, it scares me almost. I don't feel like I did anything abnormal. I just did what I had to do.
Not everyone would do what she did. Some people would probably just stand there and be too afraid to help.
Reporting in Taft, Chris Ornelas, 23 ABC.